is trapped in this.
I mean, I can. I don't know.
I'm in a little box. I'm like Jindala. Now I really am a clan leader.
I mean,
Apparently, we still can't be heard.
I'll be fine.
Inaudible.
Oh, sound.
Still inaudible. They're missing all of this drama.
Oh, sound.
It's so disappointing. I thought we were really funny.
Oh, wait, no, we didn't have sound. It's all good.
Yeah, we can be heard. We can be heard. And some people can hear us, some people can't.
All right. The general consensus seems to be that we can be heard now.
If you can't hear, refresh your magical internets.
Yes.
Refresh your strange magical devices that allow you to see us upon a screen.
Refresh your seeing glass.
Seeing glasses and tablets of magical power.
Which I don't trust for even half a second.
Yeah.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
I'm a bit worried that
I don't like that they're all
this is
looking at
stealing
me
my
and I
soul.
can't see that they're all looking at me. It's
You're just too
Yeah,
paranoid, Joe.
Somebody
Creepy.
says, "Ooh, Jove, notice me."
Mm.
What does that mean? What is this strange ooh?
Well, it's some fella what looks a bit like Galanath.
Ah.
Oh, bloody hell. Tell them to go away. Tell them we're busy. Tell them to
Disgusting.
come back later. Exactly.
Well, apparently they can all hear us, so that's good.
So for those what missed it when we was not being able to be heard and what have you, we've been trapped in this little pocket dimension by Pandy. And no, we're very trapped and we can't get out. And the only way to get out is to do something called a Q&A or something like that.
So we're forced to sit here and answer your questions for hours on end because Pandora got bored.
Yep.
Precisely. I don't see anything wrong with that.
Lovely.
Is this
Well,
just...
welcome to the office, all of you fine and miserable bloody folk.
Oh, Jovikins, where
that's
is
not
your
how
ring?
I'm saying it. Wait, where your... Oh, I see. Never mind. So,
I don't know. We're not having any cannons in this stream. Please and thank you.
Disagree. I would love to have a cannon in this stream.
I think it
But
can.
Pandora
least
didn't
two.
bring a cannon.
I didn't think to bring a cannon into it. You didn't make any suggestions prior to me casting the enchantment.
You didn't
I
ask.
have a
You just
wand.
took
I
us.
didn't. But still, you
Things to each
didn't
other.
make a cannon.
I can give you this, if you can take it.
This, that way. Is that better?
No,
Yeah.
it's not quite how it works, Joe.
Oh, really?
Mm.
Well, once again, that's magic failing everybody now, isn't it?
This
I
is
did it on the wrong side.
told Alex is asking if this could please be canon. I don't know what that means.
Oh, I just
Well,
said we
we
don't
want
have any
cannons.
We
cannons.
don't have any
Yeah.
cannon.
We want cannons, but we don't got any. Because
No,
Pandora-
only question.
doesn't care about piracy.
Apparently, I am the most powerful admin. I don't know what an admin means, though.
As in, like, administration. Are
Administration.
you a secretary,
You are good with
Pandora?
books and stuff.
I am rather good with books, but I don't really think I do anything administrative.
Is that like
I'm
a
not
librarian?
parent, but I don't know.
Wait,
As
does
the
that
one
mean I
person
did
who
that?
runs the township here, I can tell you this much. It gets to be a lot.
I would say
What?
Joe's the biggest administrator here.
Then yeah, I think Joe would be the administrator here.
He runs
Yes,
the whole
Lynn
town.
Hewitt.
See, Joe runs a town.
That is
can.
correct. That is correct.
It all amounts to paperwork.
Disgust.
That's really all it amounts to. It's just constantly filtering through this parchment-flavoured shit.
Look, Leisha, I'm having a grand old time just because Jove is suffering, so...
Mm.
I don't know why anyone's suffering. I think this is quite enjoyable.
This is the thing. Someone called
Enjoying
Alex
myself.
said-
However, if I do
Well,
decide that I want to
reform.
leave and I'm still stuck here, I don't know if I'll enjoy myself anymore.
Joe, might you please repeat yourself?
I was saying, someone called Alex is concerned that if they tilt their viewing crystal, we will essentially fall over.
Well,
I'm a little
let's
concerned.
try it.
Try. You can certainly try.
Tilt your viewing crystal that way in 3,
Yeah.
2,
Grace.
1.
Wait, what the
I think we all went different ways.
the strange magic you have here, Pandora.
Oh, we all did.
Maybe the stonework helped me. I don't know.
Kalishna! Kalishna's using a code word, a secret alias. Don't tell anyone, but Lynn is actually Kalishna.
I
Well,
don't
that's
think
a
I've
bit of
met.
fun.
I mean,
I don't think I've met Kalishna.
Kalishna, like I'd love to say you blend in, but you're far too pretty to blend in with actual humans.
What an absolute sucker.
Disgusting. I think Kalishna's
This
headline.
just in. The voice of Rowan is a simp.
Do you have anything to
Is
say
that
on this one?
small All right. Well, in the interest of getting the hell out of here at some point,
Thank you.
what do you all want to know from all these folk? These ones here. And I'm
Especially
probably clicking the wrong
that.
way.
Am I pointing the right way? That one?
That way.
I believe you're pointing at me or Flax.
Oh,
Or Jove.
I'm trying to.
You're
Oh, I
Flax.
was pointing the right way. I'm pointing at Jove.
All right.
Yeah, all the way over there. You should ask Jovekins the mostest questions.
Definitely.
Up there.
Oh, Kalishna has a question. She wants to know
Yes.
what we've all been doing since we left the fort.
Who wants to go first then?
They didn't
We do it like around the circle.
All right.
The best.
That
Wait,
mean
does
you're
that mean
first
I go
turn?
first?
Yes.
That means I go first, lads. Well, what I've been doing since I left the fort. So first, I bumped into this guy, and this guy was like, "Oh, I've got these like magical herbs and stuff. Here, they're very good for alchemy and stuff." And I was like, "Sure, buddy." So I murdered him, gave him a little slurp, and then I stole his wagon of tea. And then after that, we got back to Guardian Vale, and the blinded boar is still in little itty bitty bits of rubble. So then I was like, all right, perfect time for me to open up my own watering hole to the masses. And so that's what I've been doing. I've been taking Jove out of business. Love you, honey.
Little bitty pieces, really?
Yes.
Well, since the fort, my clan? No, that's not. My camp and I ventured back to the Vale, and we have been enjoying a lot of stew.
Is it
Graciously
made of soap?
made. No,
Is there
it's graciously
soap in it?
made by Timon.
Okay.
He makes very good
like
stew.
around.
Lots of potatoes. And there have been a couple people who have wanted to come and hung around with us as well. It's been very lovely. Yes, just some lovely cooking times mostly. We have wholesome times in Light Camp.
Boring.
What
Quite
about
honestly,
you,
Johnny.
Warren?
Well, I actually didn't leave right away. I stuck around to make sure that the bodies of those miscreant demons and this so-called many-eyed emperor, also known as Strigos, couldn't get up to any harm. And their remains are now in a very safe location. And I'm currently tracking down the location of the rest of the demon parts that members of the Weft may have taken trophies of.
So, how much would you be willing to pay for one of these things?
Or paying, no, that's not how this works.
It is. Yes, it is. I've just
Yeah.
decided it is how it works, yeah.
No. I don't think so.
We can talk about that later.
Who's next?
You!
Joe, I believe you're next. We decided on a circle.
Oh, circle.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
I
why
get
we went in a circle, you bastard.
it. Well, I have been recovering for the most part. We all heard about the recent re-owling. Somebody did ask if I have any features left. Very few, none visible, thankfully. And I've mostly just been drinking curatives to try and get the little crick out of my throat.
You're welcome.
But as soon as it's all up and running again, then the rebuilding will start. And it's not itty bitty pieces. It's still standing. It's just a little sooty. That's me.
I've just been, well, I had a nice little trip back to the Vale. And, now I'm just enjoying myself. And just taking some me time.
What does me time look like for Pandy?
Oh, it's well, lots of research.
Lots of
Lots of research.
experiments on unwitting participants?
Oh no, they're definitely willing.
Are they willing if they were charmed first?
I don't think you should be asking so many questions, Joe.
No.
You know,
How about
Pandora,
maybe
Pandora, the more I get to know you, the more I wonder if we really should be friends.
I am a delight, thank you very much.
What's the
All
next?
right.
We got lots of questions. Oh, that's a lots of questions.
Someone said Jove is no longer an owl. Yes, as you can see, he's no
Yes.
longer an owl.
This side.
Eh.
I still feel a compulsion to hunt for rats occasionally, but I'm holding that in.
I have
Deep-
not
deep
been.
inside.
I would like to state for the record that I have not been encouraging this by planting rats in the kitchen.
Oh
You
no,
realise
that
it's
was
really
me. Sorry.
down the whole cleaning situation to have to constantly tear my head away from everything that skitters down there.
Love a cheeky skitter.
Skitter,
Alright,
so
what
I should
else?
put some spiders down there too then, huh?
Someone's talking about weapons-grade potatoes.
Oh, let's read this question. Hi, gang. Timon here. Hello, Timon. How are you doing? I recently got into contact with a potato supplier who said they could ship weapons-grade potatoes to the West. I don't know what qualifies a potato as weapons-grade, but that sounds interesting. Would it cause problems if Light Camp acquired a bulk of taters? Absolutely not. We can always use more taters, Timon. You know this.
Look, the more things what I can send people to go and nab, the better.
Does that mean they're edible or not edible? What's a
Do they have
weapons
Yeah.
I
grade?
don't know. We'll have to investigate them when they arrive.
Are they just especially hard potatoes?
Yeah.
Like-
Are they
Well,
like
aren't normal
bricks?
potatoes quite hard anyway?
Well, old ones go shriveled down, don't they?
Yes.
So are they shriveled potatoes? Is that what they are?
We've got a lots of questions and what's not. I'm scrolling and I found a bunch of questions what we've skipped over, and I think
Oh.
that's not great because that's a lots of questions what we could be using to get out of here sooner. So I'd like to go
Right.
back and answer them, please, Pandora.
That
All
In that
right.
case,
So
sounds like a you problem.
Alex says, on a question as what's happened recently and the voice love and all that dark magic, were you involved in a recent and slightly curious case of the undead shardowns? Well, aren't most shardowns undead? Isn't that the point?
Fairly
No,
certain.
they're not undead. They're
yes,
just
they are.
beasts.
Yeah, they are.
I'm quite sure they're undead.
No.
With skull faces.
No.
Well, to the
They just-
question,
They just
Corin,
misunderstood.
were it your fault?
God, misunderstood.
Well, I decline to answer on grounds that I might incriminate myself.
Oh, I love a cheeky game of Go Fish. We had a great time with that in the bar the other night. It was lovely. And then
What a
people went to bed and
fish.
didn't want to gamble. Yeah, Go
You just-
Fish.
So you could go fishing together.
No, it's a cards game.
Ah, I
Yeah,
think
it's
I
a
know.
cards game, and I say, "With Flaxy, you got any twos?" And you say yes, and you give me all your twos, and then I win. That's how it works.
What do I want you to win?
Yes.
Then why would I give you my twos? Wait, no, I want you to win. Oh, right.
Yes.
Wait, I feel like you're tricking me. 'Cause
No.
this is something you do a lot.
So, I pinky promise that I ain't tricking ya.
I'll definitely take the vampire's word for it.
Yes, that's something you should do.
So
Trust the
trustworthy.
vampire.
I mean, what?
Terrible.
All right, this one's from Kalishna Jovikins. What you planning on
Okay.
doing to those what was involved in the plot to turn the internet out? I'm good at reading things verbatim.
Well, even in the moment, I could tell that they didn't mean to do it.
Oh,
Whoever-
you and your bloody chances and
Oh no, there are some other people who are not going to be getting as many chances, but the people who were involved in the whole owling situation, I know that they felt repentant immediately. They thought it was going to be a funny prank. It's how it was presented to them. And as people are constantly pranking me, I can understand their reasoning. And the fact is, several of them did also help save my life when I was out. So, if anything, I should really reward them for the effort.
Pranking. Does that mean
I would say it kind of just cancels itself out.
Rillian was involved, Flax?
yeah, Flax.
Brilliant was not involved with this.
As we all know,
This was
Flax
Sprigos
is the only one
masquerading it as a prank, I believe.
what could possibly be at fault for this. Definitely no one else.
Well, there is also the fact that the note left to them looked like it came from UCAS, so I can
can't
understand
read,
why.
so
But apparently
see,
you can
they
write.
didn't know
I can't write, so
that. Well, that's essentially my answer. There's no plans for revenge against those specific people,
that's
unless I
boring.
find out something else about the whole situation.
No, but
Then
what
it'll
you
all
should
come together.
what you should do is you should take out an eye for reading the no, that doesn't make sense. You got to cut off a finger for no. I'll get back to you on that.
I can't remember which Stadian Emperor it was. I think it could have been Nicias, who was about as cruel as that. You never met, did you?
So, are you saying that I'm as fancy as a Fadian emperor?
I'm saying that I'm coming across as merciful in comparison to that bullshit.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. What else
Next
have we got?
question. Something for someone else, please.
Oh, did you keep any feathers to sell as keepsakes?
No.
I might have held on to a couple that I found laying about. Shh, don't tell anyone.
Someone said that the blinded boar is now the crispy crackling, which I think is very
Clever word. I remember that. Trying not to get too upset about it nowadays. I've got enough to worry about.
Togan wants to ask Corin, where's something? He didn't finish a question.
Where's
Gee?
what? Where's
Where's
Gee?
Gee?
Finish your
Where's
question.
Where's Gee?
Let me finish your
Where's
question.
Gee? What's a Gee?
Gee.
It's probably wherever you left it last.
Kalishna asks if I have any plans to begin accumulating champions of the gods if anyone is worthy. Well, That's for the people in Light Camp to know and you to find out.
Can
isn't
I
it?
can I be the champion of Rillian, please?
No.
Oh. Flax,
Yes.
can I be the champion of Rillian, please, Charm?
No.
Oh.
Oh,
Um,
you try.
if for whatever reason people are interested, if you're interested in championship of the gods, then please talk to me in person rather than asking me questions in front of everyone.
Blah! You're so boring. All right, so I am
I don't
looking
scream
for.
and tell.
No, I would like to scream and tell that I am looking for some champions. I'm looking for a champion of poison, a champion of bomb, a champion of stab, a champion of cheating, and a champion of
Stealing.
annoying Jove.
Well, there you go. Um,
I think you might get a lot of people asking about the champion of Annoying Jove.
I am not drunk. This is not alcohol.
what else?
I don't know why you're all so fixated
A
with
conspicuous
champions anyway.
Freylight has told Gabriel Aloisio to say, I've been running low on
In it,
tea
Aloisio.
recently. Kasarn Aloisio?
Yeah.
Kasarn, you wouldn't happen to know anything about someone running low on tea? I'm not sure how to
No.
pronounce it.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't do it. It wasn't me.
Define Tej for us.
It's like this alright, so it's this Freylight drink, right? And it's really yummy, and I didn't drink lots of it last night. And it's got like lots of spices and stuff in it. It's very nice. And I didn't drink it all.
Comparable to mead?
It better than mead. The most spice you ever get is Thadian Firewine Jovikins, and honestly, that's just mainstream stuff now. You need
Not
to
even
you need to
tasteful
expand.
spice.
You need to expand your tastes, mate. You need to try new things, love.
All right. Thank you for that lecture. Alrighty. Pandora, as one of the newest heads of the camps, what are your thoughts so far on the other camp leaders?
My thoughts.
This
Oh,
comes from
and who was it from? Oh, Kalishna? Well, I think they're all rather interesting people. I don't know. For a sentinel, Flax is all right. You know, some of them are good, some of them are bad, some of them are just irritating. Well, Flax is pretty good. Corin makes an excellent tea.
It is true.
Yes, and so that's just shaped my entire perception of them as a person. Kasarin is yes.
I am yes. I'm very yes.
And Jove is quite nice, but we haven't had much chances to talk to each other. But yes,
No, we
Jove's
haven't.
like a lovely person.
I keep making plans. My recent mage tournament was supposed to give us an opportunity, but shifters.
Unfortunately, I don't have many mages.
No, you don't, do you?
It's rather odd for a camp that's magic based.
Would you like some? My entire guard pool is made of mages. I keep asking for vicious brawlers, and I get nerds and wizards.
If you're willing to donate them, I would much appreciate it.
Would you
I'll
give up
put them on.
Corellius for some more mages?
Oh no, Corellius is mine.
Alrighty.
Kalishna has a question for me, and so I'm going to take over the magic stream now because I want to be in the spotlight more. And Kalishna wants to know what the outcome was of me gin and if it was effective. You should ask a certain someone in the circle who what totally isn't a shift about that, because I think it worked very well. Because Right. So it was. So Kalishna, I don't know if no, you weren't there. You weren't there when Jin was around. But there was this lady named Jin, and she was one of the first members, one of the first leaders of the clan, and she was a shifter, right? And when she was shifted, right, she was able to like not just go nuts. Like she was still able to, control her actions a bit, I guess. So I was like, I know, let's make a potion out of juniper berries with an end result what's kind of like Jindala, and it's called Jin! And that's the best pun I've ever made in my entire life. Thank you for listening to my story.
I didn't know that was why it was called Jin.
You didn't? Oh, I thought it was very funny.
The noose now, please.
I saw another question earlier, and question for Corin. You know what I want to ask? Is here the place? Anywhere is the place if you just believe.
That's
In
true,
the
but
god.
also probably not. I don't know. Depends on the question.
It's about Gideon.
Well, no, that came from Galanath, I believe.
Yes.
Oh?
It didn't
It
come from that
came from an
silly pirate.
Aidan Robinson who bears the striking resemblance to Galanath.
I
Seems
apologize.
like
This weird scroll that keeps changing.
Yeah, it's very unstable magic. Pandora needs to try
Um,
harder.
A lot of people are inquiring about being Kassarn's various champions.
I might have to hold a tournament or something to decide who's gonna be champion or what and such. That sounds like a great time.
Champion of
bomb.
Mayhem.
They're just gonna blow each other up.
And
Champion
somebody
of
wants to know, why is
Champion
most Scy'kadian alcohol spicy? It's not. It's just we
You're
have
just
a
after
whole
poison.
range. No, it's Stadian and then Tej, which is Freylite.
Yeah,
The
no, I
Fairing
was
make a
saying
very
they
nice
was
spiced
Arcosian because they
wine.
can't handle spice.
Oh, right.
I was
Yes.
making a really funny joke.
I just all I heard was cause Arcosians. And I was like, but Arcosians can't handle spice.
Right, yeah, no.
Be
That's
careful.
on you.
Don't accuse them of
Yes,
anything.
this
You know what they're like.
scrying, the sound from the scrying glasses.
The one called Raven couldn't handle the Fairing wine that I brought.
My ears aren't these things aren't designed for my ears.
They
What
look
is
like they're
favouring
kind of.
wine?
Ooh.
What is it like?
They're very squished.
It's an acquired
I
taste.
think it's mushrooms for some reason.
It is made from mushrooms. Grapes don't really grow
these
very
are quite
well
nice.
on the island.
Mushroom.
Mushrooms grow really well. I'm sorry.
But would it be a meat wine? I mean, whenever you put mushrooms into something, it's like a meat substitute. So is it like drinking a blended steak?
No.
Like blood wine, right?
No, it's quite
Yeah.
tasty.
Blood wine? There's blood wine?
Probably. Sounds like a very Freylite drink to me.
Freylite. Something orcish, perhaps.
Kalishna has a question for everybody but Kassarn. So, Pandora, is there a way you can mute Kassarn? Because I know we'll try and butt in.
No!
Do you think...
My magical goblin of technology. Goblin of technology, can you mute Kassarn?
Oh, gods. This is a miracle.
This is for
This is
everyone
right.
but Kassarn. Do you think a shifter with the capacity to keep their faculties while shifted is a good thing or something better left not meddled with?
Who wants to go first? Flax, you go first.
I think that I don't think it's something that should be meddled with. I think that, there are some shifters who I know wish not to be shifted, and being able to control their faculties would definitely be a boon. But there's just too many out there who are unpredictable, and you don't know what they do. I think, and from what we've seen from the experiments that Kassard here has been doing, it's not good.
I believe in taking mortal personalities into account as well. You have to remember that people who gain an ounce of power will often be quickly corrupted by it. So imagine someone who is violently inclined suddenly being able to perform horrific violence and then disappear in another form, blend into the crowd. It's a recipe for disaster waiting
Indeed.
to happen, in my opinion.
I am inclined to disagree. I think it would be quite fascinating. Of course, you'd have to be particular about which shifters gain such power, but I think it would be quite beneficial on many factors. Should a shifter be able to maintain their faculty?
Something's
think-
making a strange binging.
It's Pandora's magic. It's
No, it's such a
unstable.
strange noise.
It might well be fine.
I believe that the children of Tracor should do whatever they please. And that is all.
Ah!
Oh dear, please,
Oh,
we
God,
can
no,
hear you
turn it
now.
off. No, get rid of it.
Mute him again.
Maybe I should just shunt you into another demiplane.
Oh, that
Um,
sounds fun. What's a demiplane?
We'll talk about it later.
All right.
It's a plane that only
By the
becomes a
way-
plane if it's formed a deep and meaningful connection with another plane.
Yes.
To all of my guards on this strange scroll thing, getting all uppity and upset, I'm just poking fun. You know what I'm like. You're still more than welcome.
Now.
I'm just saying, a lot of you throw spells and not punches.
Is that the reason why you don't have Raven Company anymore? Just having fun?
No, it's because they've got. No, I'm not going to get started again. In case one of them is somehow tuned in.
Mm.
Oh, look, me tongue's stained red a bit.
Take mortal nature into account in all things.
Have you
All right,
been
what's next?
drinking blood, Kassard?
What do you expect?
Well, actually, I mean, I suppose that's what he. Well,
I mean,
Oh,
he
it's
did
so-
say it was non-alcoholic. He didn't say what it was.
I don't trust that. God. All right.
moving swiftly on. Can you still be classified as a barbarous brawler if you specialize in anti-magic magics, Jove?
Yeah, Jove.
I think we're delving into semantics here. It's all about the person. It's all about how they use what they've got. Sure, why not? You can be whatever you want. Just believe in yourself. I think we've already had this comment.
Kassan, Jove, and Pandy, do you three think yous could take on one of the demigods in a fight? What do you reckon, Jovian?
Gods.
Ooh.
Yes, I'm interested in this.
Right,
Please
one's
do
of
tell.
these two.
What do you think, Joe?
Jove, 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 Jove,
Wait,
Jove.
did it say alone?
I believe it's the three of us together.
All right, let's answer this twice. Once for if we reckon we could do it together, and once for if we reckon we could do it alone.
And is it
Or
a
like
different?
one v
Is it a
one.
different answer for the different demigods?
Let's find out. Jove,
Possibly.
Jove, 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 Jove.
Tell us, Jove.
Without preparation, there's not a chance. With preparation, I mean, most things are possible. So I'll call it a solid maybe.
What about you, Pandy?
Well, as a group, I think maybe. Individually, not in this current form.
What? Would you care to elaborate on that, or are you just moving on?
Your turn.
Oh, okay. Well, we're just moving on, apparently. Right. So, 1v1.
Oh, yeah, not in my current form either. Let's.
Oh, that's
to
right.
go.
All right, so me and my
You can
current
do them
form
now.
can't either because I'm still figuring out how I can transform back into a dragon because I think I'm a dragon. Because I like shiny things and I have teeth and I don't actually remember dying, so definitely a dragon. I just got to figure out how to prove it at this point. But all right, 1v1. I don't think I'd win, but I might survive by running away. I have a tendency to get out of sticky situations pretty all right. Or at least not dead. Or I wouldn't say not dead. At least still still here? Am I dead or a dragon?
Yes. What
I
about a
think
dead
you make an
dragon?
excellent
I'm
dragon.
a dead
Kassan.
dragon.
The
Dragon.
constant questions that go on in Kassarin's mind. Am I dead or a dragon?
Why not both?
¿Por qué no los
both?
dos?
See, I thought Jove was the dragon.
I heard someone say that we were all dragons.
That's crazy.
And that's
Clearly,
I
it's
mean-
only. That's why I love Jovikin so much. That's why we're
Because
destined to
you're
be
both
together because we're
dragons.
both dragons.
Your draconic soulmates. That's horrifying. I think.
Tales of attraction.
I think.
Does that
if
mean Kassan's a
Kassard-
rainbow dragon?
If Kassard suspects he's a dragon, I think we should kill him before he gets the chance to reveal his true form.
Oh no,
I'm
no,
sorry, but
Why?
I'm not going to let a possible dragon run around the Vale.
No, this is fun.
No, a rainbow dragon. And what color do we say Jove was? A silver dragon?
Oh,
it
he's
would
got
have
them
to be.
silver birds and stuff.
Hmm.
The rumors
I-
definitely do drag on. Yes, they do.
As far as having a fight with the other camp leaders, I think it all boils down to how quickly we could run away and whether we could use Pandora as a meat shield.
It's a question for the Arcanist.
Oh,
While we
okay.
know that you have a lot of books, do you have
Yeah.
a copy of Gonk's Guide to Wonderful Beasties and Terrifying Creatures?
I do, but it's not available at the moment. I just
Oh.
I
need
have
to,
a copy.
I need
It's
to finish
wonderful.
it.
I've been working on finding a copy because I feel like me and this Gonk fella would really get along.
Mm-mm. But no, there will definitely be a copy available soon. Hopefully.
Hopefully, if this wanker called Addison gets their shit together. Oh,
Yeah.
I swore on the stream.
I
Didn't
mean,
to.
you do have a lot in common with Gonk. You are both missing body parts.
True.
Yeah.
Good point.
He's missing quite a few more than you, though.
Oh, what should I chop off to try and get even?
I think it was missing a leg.
And a few fingers.
Yeah, that's easy. That's fine. I don't need him.
Alrighty. What else? Question
Yeah.
for
I
everyone,
don't know when wedding is.
and please answer in alphabetical order of your names, not your titles. There have been a number of characters who have departed the Weft, either because they died or retired. Who do you miss most and why? So, we would start with Kassarn.
Yes.
How did you know that?
Because obviously I'm always first because I'm the best.
Right. I don't think that's why, but please continue.
Alright. Well, I haven't seen Nene around for a while, so I think I'd probably try and get Nairin back. Cause
Nene.
yes. Is there have you got a problem, Flaxy?
That's a fun song. Fun name.
So
who,
I'd
who
probably
is this
get
Nene you're talking about?
well, she's this priestess, right? And she got to right. Fun fact, Flax, you'd like this. She actually got her eyes burned out by the last sentinel, what was a bit of a prick. because she was worshipping the wrong god or something. But she's a high priestess of the Kraken, and she's my best mate. And then she buggered off who knows where, and I don't know what she's up to now, or if she's even alive, but maybe we'll see one day. You right there, Pandy? You seem to find this quite amusing.
I think I would be next.
Yes.
Yes. Conveniently, I think it actually goes in a circle, mostly.
Uh-huh.
No,
Wait.
it would be Joe before Corin, just. All right. I haven't been in the Vale for very long. But I did hear about that there was a pixie in the woods for a while who sounded very lovely, and I'm sad that I didn't get to meet them. But I haven't been in the Vale long enough to miss anyone as of yet.
You heard it here first, folks. Flax don't care about none of yous.
No, I just haven't. No one's gone missing yet because I'm a wonderful leader.
Yeah, only because you ain't been paying attention.
Excuse you.
I'm just saying.
Moving swiftly on.
I'm just saying that there may or may not be a cook what would help out with them big light camp soup kitchen-y type things who may or may not have been not been seen for a while, and it may or may not be my fault. It's not my fault.
Have you done something with Timon?
No. Oh no, not Timon. Some other fella. Don't worry about it.
We're going to talk
It's fine.
after this.
No, we don't need to talk.
We're going to have a talk.
No.
A long talk once we're out of these strange boxes.
I disagree.
I believe it's Joe's turn.
Is it? It is. I don't really have a single person that I miss the most.
That's because I'm right here, love.
Most people that I've had the chance to get close to since setting all this up have either vanished or died quite horribly. One by my hand inadvertently. So I've somewhat taught myself not to think on them as much as possible. And again, there's no singular person. I've never had a chance to really get to know these adventurers and have one person stick around long enough to become a favorite. So, bit of a somber answer, I guess.
So Jove hates you all. Good to know.
If I get a chance to speak with any of you, that might change.
He just doesn't want to admit that it's Mortimus what he misses the most.
Morty.
Mortimus was a learning experience, and I appreciated what I knew of him. But as I say, shortly after getting to know him, dead.
He exploded. I mean, that's his own fault.
I think it's Corin next. Corin.
Yes. I have two.
What is two?
Both of them Corin would consider Brina. One of them being Erembor, who also vanished in a mysterious Mortimus explosion. And Ilona, who hasn't been seen in the Vale for quite some time.
What's this Erembor chick like? We should hear more about Erembor. I want you to talk about Erembor more.
She's very shady.
And Pandy.
I don't know. We haven't had many people leave from the circle, other than Eucalyphus, but I didn't get much of a chance to know her before her unfortunate demise. But I suppose she's missed.
All right, we got a question for each of the camp leaders. Where would you best recommend for an holiday in Geth?
I was looking forward to this question.
Ooh. What order do we answer in?
reverse circle order so that I can go last and my answers are most memorable.
That means Pandora.
No, I don't know. I do really like Laquai. Laquai is quite nice. Trying to think. Laquai. I'd say Laquai. Laquai. Frail is also quite nice, but there's some areas you should definitely avoid.
Too much sand.
Definitely
Claw
too much
gets
sand.
everywhere.
Jody.
Well, I would be tempted to say Mathetetsis just because it's such a jewel of a place. You know, outside of places like Sindorian, you're not going to find anywhere quite as grand. So, but as far as safety, as far as being able to get away from your troubles, the Sinking Isle, my home, perhaps, for a similar
It's a
reason. but
holiday, Jove.
Well, we're not talking about
Home
my
isn't an
holiday.
holiday.
I would go to Mathetetsis. That would be my holiday. And I would probably just avoid the slave markets. Outside of that, the rest of it's really quite nice from what I hear.
Jove endorses slavery. You heard it here first.
What's the
I
problem with
said
that?
avoid the slave pits. Bloody
Yeah,
hells.
which means you're willing to ignore the problem rather than fixing it.
Don't tell the Kraken.
I don't see the
Yes,
problem.
if you stand aside
Let's not delve
and
into
ignore
this
something, if
discussion,
you're
shall we?
complacent,
Let's
you would
You
just
are-
be
approach it
bad.
first.
You are profiting the tourism industry of Mathetetsis and engaging in their economy, what also engages in the economy of slave trade. So you, by going on an holiday to Mathetetsis, are endorsing slavery, and you're just turning a blind eye because it makes you feel bad. Jove, get better morals. Your morals are being lectured by me, and that's how you know you done goofed.
That's how I'm going to ignore them.
Corin.
Your complacency in the matter of slave trade, Jove, is very telling.
Let's see.
I have not allowed a slave trade in Guardian Vale the whole time I've been here, despite repeated requests, so you can all bugger off.
I don't have a problem with slavery. I don't see what the issue is. You all should just get over it. They're a necessity. They're a part of life.
We're all just a bit too
Well,
paranoid.
that's because you're
But anyway,
disgusting.
answering the question. Two-part answer. Depends. If I like you, I would say Loquai, particularly the northern part in winter. Or if I don't like you, Feyring's really nice this time of year. You should visit totally.
Just head to
I'm
the tallest tower.
questionable about that second part, but whatever. Flaxy.
Me. I would say the Sabertooth Isles. I've had a lovely time there every time I've gone. It's just very fun. The people are lovely. If you talk to the right ones.
Wait, where did you say I wasn't paying attention?
The Sabertooth Isles.
Right, yes.
Beneath the jungle of claws.
Yeah, I like the Jungle of Claws. It's fun. There's some interesting creatures in there. I'd highly recommend going, but maybe armor up a lot first.
Yes, I would say it's definitely more of an adventure holiday rather than a relaxing holiday.
I hear. Now, I don't know how true this is. There's these bears that live in the trees that drop on you in the jungle. I don't know how true.
Yes, no, I did experience one of these. I managed to make friends with them, though I've heard most people don't have that kind of luck.
I've never had a positive experience with it.
I
So
heard there
basically, wear
was,
a helmet when you go. Just one large spike like this.
yeah,
Yes.
I heard there was these giant lizards covered in feathers and stuff, and they're really cool, and they go ah. They're my favorite animal.
Actually, one of the things I saw was a very, very large reptilian thing with a long neck that was eating from the trees.
That's cool.
Yes.
Did you get an urge to slide down its neck and then off its tail?
Yes. To be honest, yes.
Interesting tune with Hummingbird Joe.
It popped into my head. I'm not sure. I must have heard it hummed in town somewhere. So,
Next
where
question.
would you go for holiday.
Oh no,
Wait.
Gassan, yes.
Where would I go for an holiday? Probably somewhere down south, like down south of Frail or something. Somewhere, nice and tropical, with lots of sand and coconuts
So
and
the
buried
Isles of
treasure.
perhaps?
Maybe not those isles. No, I don't think
The
I'd.
Sable.
Oh wait, no. Maybe I should go to the Sulphur Isles because I'm a dragon. Maybe.
Oh yes, you'd blend in
All
quite
right,
well.
my next holiday location is the Sulphur Isles.
Let me pay for your trip so you can head off tomorrow.
Love to hear how that went.
All right.
All right. Next
Well,
question.
Why is this
Yeah.
person called Jay giving me a frowny face? How dare?
I think we've missed a lot of questions.
We have missed a
we
lot of
have.
questions.
Right. Where did the bee book go, and will the general public have access to it?
Oh, that
The
that
Arcanist just
pornographic
suddenly
material.
ran
It's a
away.
Oh no.
Where'd they go? They're magic. Did
Well,
they
yeah.
just pop out of
Well,
this pocket dimension and then get the book and come back?
I just removed it from my pocket dimension. But no, I
Speaking of
still have the
pocket
book.
dimensions, your bookshelf in the background is peeling. I think reality is having some issues.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
That's creepy. No, it's creepy.
Fine.
Could you quote your favorite page from the book?
Oh, it would not be appropriate for the ears of anyone.
Ah,
There's a reason it's magically sealed.
Can I borrow it one day?
Oh, you certainly can, but you won't be able to open it.
Oh. Can you open it for me and then let me borrow it one day?
Oh no, I've long forgotten the charm.
Alright, next question. Question for all ears, and please answer in order of level of self-importance. What's a rumor that you have heard?
First.
What's
Yeah.
a rumor that you have heard about yourself? What makes you laugh? And what's a rumor that you've heard about yourself that you would either like to respond to and either refute, confirm, or explain?
Oh,
Well,
Thorn, you
you
go
first.
first.
All right. Well, here's the thing. If I talk about rumors about myself, then my air of mystery and such all goes away, and it's a lot more fun getting you lot to try and guess what I have done and what I haven't done than it is to just tells you, you know. But something that I think is a bit funny from a little while back, when I was still figuring out what's up with all this business, was peoples was reckoning I was a shifter or something. And I'm a bit confused about that because I wasn't like this before. And shifters, you don't get suddenly turned into a shifter. So I would have had to be a shifter the old time for me to be a shifter. Not to mention I didn't transform or nothing when I was going yang, 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 and, you know, ripping people to bits and all that. So I think that one's just a bit silly, to be honest. Honestly, I don't know how you didn't figure it out earlier. I wasn't exactly hiding it. All right, I think Pandora's next in level of self-importance.
Oh, I suppose.
I'm going to say
Oh.
Corin, but
That's just rude.
Yes, but Corin's level of self-importance isn't necessarily misplaced because he is demigod.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't mean that he doesn't have self-importance.
I mean, I would put both the Sentinel and the Voice next, personally.
You
As,
don't think Jove has an overinflated sense of self-importance?
Oh, I do, but not nearly as much as
trying to
you
run a
lot.
business?
I get stabbed far too often to feel good about myself.
I mean,
Yeah.
yes, but our self-importance is warranted.
Oh, well, good for
I
you.
am a wonderful speaker, but the whole getting stabbed thing. So who's next?
Pandora.
Just grow stronger.
Oh, fine. Okay, I'll go next. What was the question again? Oh, rumors. Oh, yes, I also quite enjoyed having a shifter rumor about me. when my fangs came in one day. And it just happened to be a day that there was a blood moon, so everyone went, "Oh, she must be a shifter." But if I was a shifter, I would have been shifted. So I don't really understand the logic, but it was quite amusing.
Well, I don't know that very many people come to me with rumors, or I hear rumors about myself. There was a rumor once a while back that people thought I was a vampire, but that's clearly... I don't know why they would think that.
I suppose I'll go next, seeing as Jove seems to think he is not important at all. I haven't really heard many rumors about myself, though I did hear one. There have been two, one being that I'm a dragon and the other one being that I have fangs. Now, I think we can all, confirm that I do not have fangs.
It's an illusion spell. Don't trust.
And I am not a dragon.
Also an illusion. Don't trust.
Jove.
It's all illusions.
Really? Me next? All right.
You're the last one.
It's not a common rumor. The common rumor is the whole silver dragon thing, amongst a few other more moderate rumors. But one which gets brought to me every so often by people who think they've figured it all out is that I am an exiled historian of note, which is not true. I do love delving into our history, but I was never a historian.
I think it's because you have a very similar name to a historian.
That particular individual, for those wondering. That's me.
Another question from Timon, perhaps, for Jove, about slavery.
Oh, God.
You
Here
say
we go.
you don't prevent a slave trade in the Vale. Does this mean you tolerate the existence but not the sale of slaves?
Look, I spent some time, never spent any time in the markets around Maphitexas, so I can't really speak to that. I've met some escaped Freylite slaves, and obviously I've heard horrifying stories, but I've also lived in Scy'kadia for a time, several years in fact, and during that time I noticed that there were people involved in the slave trade who were cruel and mistreated and all the rest, people who were brutalized, and it was horrible. But there were also people who were down on their luck, people who had committed crimes, for example, and their punishment or their way of surviving was to be placed into the indebted community. And so there were some people who actually got, a chance at a second life from the experience. So I can't really speak for or against. You could also argue that the serf system of Arcos is very similar to the indebted system of Scy'kadia.
Yes,
You could argue that the lower,
Absolutely
yes,
is.
you could argue that the lower classes of Mureth are very similar in some ways. I disagree. I think we've got it pretty good. But
So you believe that instead of offering a chance of re-education and aid in someone bettering themselves after committing a crime, they should just be in indebted servitude for the rest of their life and probably become very angry and bitter towards the structure that has put them there, and thus not improve in any way.
What other sort of answer would you expect from a dictator, capitalist, mean man like Jove?
I am saying that the involuntary capture and sale of a slave class to me is abhorrent. As a Merethi, I dislike the notion. But the notion that if I were ever to be down on my luck and I was offered the chance to work for food and board, I don't think that I would say no to it. In saying that, however,
no other choice, mate. Because the system has shoved you into this hole where you don't have no other choice, and the rich just get richer, and the powerful just get more powerful. I'm getting a little carried away here. I'll step back for a second.
Absolutely. So I'm saying that as far as the Vale is concerned, I don't know of any slave trade, and I would have to investigate it if I learned that there was one.
If there was ever a slave trade in the Vale,
There was.
I'm sure that
You
there
realise there
was?
was a slave trade in the Vale, right?
There are
When?
many Templars of Leander have come and gone, and so I imagine that seems that would largely put off any sort of slavers. And we have had slavers enter the Vale, but they've
Yeah,
always
exactly.
been soundly checked up. And good riddance. So I feel like moving on
All right,
from this
so
question.
to summarise the answer to the question, Jove finds slavery distasteful, but thinks it's necessary for certain societies to function, and that those societies are justified in those functionings.
It's not about the function of the society, it's about the situation of the individual. If there are no further opportunities outside of death and privation, then perhaps it is an option, is what I'm saying.
Jove, I'm going to move on so you can put down this shovel.
Thank
Question for the Arcanist. How much knowledge have you forgotten over the years?
Ooh. I mean, I don't forget the important things, but I have been around for a long time.
Here's a question. How do you know you ain't forgotten the important things if you've forgotten them?
Because I make a deliberate effort to remember them.
What if you
All
forgot
right.
that you forgot?
I will wager at least a crown that you have forgotten one important thing.
Oh, of course. Look, I keep note of the important thing. I keep them locked away, I suppose, and safe. And the less important things can flitter by.
All right, fair enough.
Question?
All right. Oh, Pike's in the chat. Here's a good one. Hello, this is Pike. What do you carry in your pockets on any given day?
I believe it says hell, this is Pike.
I'm assuming it was supposed to say hello. But hell is also
Probably.
fun. I want to start saying hell to people as a greeting. Wait, no, Corin should do that. That's more funny.
Corin should do that.
What do you carry in your pockets?
What has it got in its pockets?
I don't have pockets.
And that's why you shouldn't worship the Naga, everybody,
What?
because they deny you the use of pockets.
They
I
don't
don't
have
have pockets.
decent-sized pockets.
I have a pouch.
The Narga are pro anti-pockets. Wait, the Narga
Right,
are
let's amend
anti-pockets.
this question. If you don't have pockets, what do you keep in your pouch?
That's a bit personal, don't you think?
Well, it doesn't have to be. Depends on what's in the pouch.
I keep spell components.
That makes sense. I keep lots of money.
Which is why everyone should stab Jove.
Hey,
Eat the rich.
Honestly, I
Oh.
can't be the only one what's given it a go. Someone else has got to try it at some point.
Stabbing.
Stabbing Jove, yes.
Stabbing isn't really my style.
In my pocket,
Yeah.
I enjoy to
Extraordinarily
keep
violent if any of you follow
some
that
tea.
advice.
like an array of herbs for tea. There's often just some nuts or berries or something for snacking. I also have, I believe, do I have? No, I don't have that anymore. I have a range of trinkets for the gods. Sometimes a weapon, not always. Spell components. Sometimes bugs, just for company. Things like that. Bits of paper so I can write down things if I need to remember them.
Question: do you pocket mulch?
Pocket mulch? Oh yes, I do have a pocket specific. I have a compost pocket.
Thought as much.
I've actually made a very nice lining that's scented with lavender. So if the compost starts smelling, the smell doesn't get out. And I
You
do
should
clean
just
it out
embrace
regularly
the
as well.
smell.
I mean,
No,
it's
you
only
should just embrace it.
Embrace the smell.
Stinky, stinky, stinky.
Stinky flax, cannon.
smell of nature.
Right, what have I got in my pockets? I got some coins. I've got some string. I got some pocket sand. I've got at least 3 vials of poison at any given moment. I got a few knives. I can't remember how many. I've got a button. I've got what else have I got? Oh yeah, some feathers and stuff. Oh, and I've got Gerald as well.
Gerald.
Yes.
All right.
Gerald is a rat.
Hmm.
He's a cute little guy. Love him. Love Gerald. Can we get some heart reacts for Gerald, please? Love a good Gerald.
Don't do it.
Yes, currently I have Buster. He's a ladybug.
That's a cute name. We should let Gerald and Buster hang out sometime.
Sure,
I
you
think
guys can
so.
hang out with Bones too. Bones would love to hang out.
Somehow
Oh
I
yeah. Look at all
don't
those
think
art
that's a good
reacts for
idea.
Gerald. We
Am
stand
I the
Gerald
only
in this
person here who
household.
doesn't keep? No, wait. I do keep a pet. Oinkers. I thought, do I not have a familiar? I don't, but I do have a pig.
Yeah.
I don't have a familiar, but I do have a pig.
Pygmy Diavore.
I believe
Alright,
that their name, Jaden, is Bumble Chunks now.
It's something like that.
Yes.
All right, Pandy, what you got in them pockets?
Already said, just spell components.
Oh, I forgot that I have a bomb. Sorry.
Okay.
Well, that's
That's
a
not
given,
important.
is it not?
Yeah, that's why I forgot to say it, because everyone should just assume that I've got a bomb on me at
Yeah.
any and all times. What about you, Joe Vickins?
He just said.
I answered as well.
I forgot. I
pig.
wasn't paying attention. You think I pay attention to anyone other than myself? Honestly.
No, I actually don't keep that much guild on me, just for the pure sake that I know that people would just come after it. I usually have enough to make payments at a moment's notice, and outside of that, I often have a spyglass with me that I very rarely get to use. And what else? Most of my trinkets I wear openly, so not too much in my pockets. In fact, I had
Michael-
concealed pockets for a while, but I didn't have much need of them.
A follow on for that question from Michael. In order of height, if you could have any pet other than what you already have, what would it be? I think I'm the shortest, so I'll go last.
Haven't we
believe
worked
I'm
out
the
who the tallest? Yeah, I think we've worked. Yeah.
It was between myself and the Sentinel, I think, the last time we spoke about this.
Yes.
If I could have a pet.
It's only a
Gosh.
centimeter or so in it.
Well, now that my kitchen is full of bloody sooty rats, I suppose I should get some cats.
That's mean. Don't kill Gerald's family. Can we get some angry reacts for Jove supporting slavery and killing Gerald's family, please?
You're going to be angry reacting me protecting my establishment from pests.
If I could have
Don't worry, this is going to
pet.
come full circle. Oh, God.
Wait, was this if we could have a pet? Or do we... I don't know where this question is.
It's
if
from-
you could have a pet other than your ladybug, what would it be?
Oh! I would love a lemon tree.
That's a good pet. Gives you lemons.
Yes.
Any
I
pet.
You know what?
Any pet.
Any pet.
I want something impractical.
A human. Just a human.
No, they're somewhat practical. Actually, depends on where they're from. Arcosians can, I don't know, drown in a river. Let's see. I want one of those big lizards from the Jungle of Claws just to hang out in the middle of the weft. And then we could, I don't know, turn it into a demon lizard or an undead lizard. That would be fun.
All right. So,
Pandy?
I think I'd like an elemental. I think that would be fun.
aren't elementals sentient?
Yes.
Are you saying you ain't against slavery
Aren't
too?
rats sentient?
Not my rat. Gerald's just a little guy.
Gerald is a sentient
Oh,
creature, Kazar.
I feel
Do you know
that
what
elementals
sentient means?
Yes.
but not necessarily.
Means that they have
they're aware
thoughts
of
and
themselves,
a sense
not
of
aware
self.
of other
Gerald
things.
Which a
can't
rat
do
does
math.
have. Maths is not a the ability to do maths does not define sentience.
And depending from elemental to elemental, some of them are rather stupid. So
Look, why is no one else getting cancelled for these horrible, horrible remarks about elementals and Arcosians?
Because you're supposed to be one of the good guys, Jovikins, whereas these lot is just bonkers.
Because
Hope
Arcosians
are
aren't
technically
human.
bad.
Like,
Very smart and lovely people. How's that?
We have already expressed some distaste towards Pandora's want to adopt an elemental. However, there are bad elementals out there.
I
you
just
wouldn't want a
an
bad
elemental.
one, though. Get a good one. Get one that's house
I
trained.
would want
I mean,
friends
dragons
elemental.
are essentially big
This
bad
would be my
fire
friend.
elementals, aren't they? Just very powerful ones.
Sorry,
They're
what?
always bad.
Fire
I-
elemental.
Yeah.
Someone
say
asked
that.
what our favorite weapon is.
But I didn't get to say what pet I'd have instead
Oh.
of
I
Gerald.
didn't get a pet.
What pet would you have?
Nobody cares.
Oh, that's just bullying, Jovikin.
You know what you need, Kassan? A riding shark.
I just wanted... What?
A riding shark.
That's awesome.
You can
I
ride
was
a
going to
shark.
say a cockatrice because I thought that having just a little chicken fella would be funny.
But a shark you can ride?
A shark's pretty cool. Can it shoot fireballs out of its mouth?
I don't.
I
But
mean, we
Say
could
yes.
definitely make that
Sure.
happen.
Yes.
speak to
Lovely.
Pandora.
Riding shark. Oh, Patrice. Yes, no, that's a good point. I want Patrice as me pet.
Isn't that Pike's pet?
Yes. We're sharing its joint custody.
What is Patrice again?
A platypus.
Platypus.
Oh, yes, that weird duck mutant beaver thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Someone asked what our favorite weapon is.
No.
Personal weapons, or weapons in general.
Favorite weapon.
Bomb.
Aya.
What order? Who should go first?
Personally, I prefer to not have weapons, but I've found that in the Weft, you need weapons because everyone has one and they're all very stabby. So I have a nice stick. Anybody else?
Yes. Just give me 1 second. I just got to find something.
Karin,
gotta-
what's your favorite weapon?
I am kind of partial to bows. But any weapon that is appropriate for the situation is good.
All right, I found it. I like weapons that are 90 centimeters or less.
That's very
Good
specific.
So weapons that are short enough to be sneaky with.
Yes.
Fair. I like spears. They're not the sort of thing that I have any talent to wield, but there's a reason they're often called the king of weapons. Ask the Legion. I really do like the idea of morning stars, but just because I appreciate the skill it takes to use one properly and not get it wrapped up and taken off you. Or is it a chained flail? I think I'm mixing up my terminology.
A flail is the
Morningstar.
one that...
Right?
Morningstar is just a spiky ball on a stick.
In that case, I'm talking about a flail. I think they're a very cool thing, but I've only seen 1 or 2 people use them in a way that impressed me.
Although, in saying that, I do think a surprise shifter attack is a pretty good weapon.
I can agree with that.
I have to respectfully disagree.
As the constant target of them, I would also like to disagree. On moral grounds.
All right.
Who has an...
Right.
We have a tripler question. What's your name? What's your quest? And what's your favorite color?
Can I start?
Sure.
Right. My name is Horatio Plumbucket. My quest is to stab Jove as many times as I possibly can before he kills me. And my favourite colour is yes.
Fair.
Flax.
I'll go next. My name is Flax. My quest is to spread the word and the will of the gods across Scy'kadia. And my favorite color is yellow. Karen.
Me. My name is Koronios. My quest is to be the very best. No. My quest is to enforce the will of the Naga and spread their will across Geth. And my favorite color is probably surprising to all of you, but it's purple.
Neither black nor red. Get it right. Stop making assumptions. Not everyone in Shadow wears black. Just most of them.
But he's wearing black right now.
Huh.
Joe?
My name is Kassan. My quest is to merge the reputation of an honest merchant. And my favourite colour is that sludge at the bottom of a latrine pit, which is where I belong. Feels like home, it does.
You know it's racist to copy someone's accent, Jove.
How is it?
It's Kassanist.
Oh,
I thought that was perfect.
now I'm a racist, slave trading, murder promoting. What else? Who else is next? Go on, someone else answer.
Dora.
Well, my name is Arcanist Pandora Thistlethwaite. My quest would be in search of knowledge. I like to learn things. And my favorite color would be pink or gold. I can't decide.
Gold's a pretty good colour.
Gold is quite nice,
It's very
but I
lovely.
do really like pink.
All right.
I found a fun question for Corin and Flax. Which is your favourite god / Naga and why's for each of yous? But like Flax, you only do god, and Corin, you only do Naga.
I think it'd be
I
fun to
hope
do the other
so.
way around, but anyway.
Oh, you should also do the other way around because that sounds like some fun philosophical. Go.
Who's
Who's gonna
going
go first?
first?
Who's on first?
I would say
What's
that
on
I don't
second?
necessarily have a
Who's on
favorite
first?
god because I think that all of them offer different things and are important in different situations.
Boo, just pick
However,
one.
I do have gods that I am, I suppose, more attuned to.
Stop being polite to all of them, just pick one.
The first god that I worshipped was Rillian.
There we go. You picked one. And now all the other ones
Right,
hate you.
fist
Good.
bump.
Oh,
Go on, but you gotta go bush.
oh,
Oh, you guys are
did I do
terrible.
it?
This is why people think you're lame and boring, Flax, because you can't fist bump properly in pocket dimension.
Bumped. Oh,
It's
right. I
disgraceful.
see. My screen isn't. My screen is
Nothing.
cut off here.
Oh,
So I thought I was fully into your screen, but I wasn't.
No. So it's an easy, very easy answer for me. Drocomet, the King of Gods.
Oh. Well, that was quick.
It was a cop out. I told you which one that I originally worshipped, which some would argue is my favorite, but I genuinely don't have a favorite.
All right. Next question. Here's one. Can you answer this in order of my favorite person? This is from Desmond.
I think I'm his
What-
favorite person.
It's me, obviously.
What would your final words be if you died? That's a fun
Watch this.
one. Well, I'm not a favorite, clearly.
I don't think I'd wish to be the favorite of such an annoying person.
Oh,
You know what?
This
I
is-
am going to go second because maybe if I go second, I am volunteering myself to be second favorite. And gods know I need some bloody support. I think my last words would be something along the lines of, "Oh God, that hurts. Is it finally going to stick this time?"
Depends on what Kassan coated the dagger with.
Who's next?
Pandy.
Probably.
Ow! I don't. It really depends how I die.
Mine would probably be something along the lines of, took you long enough.
I don't know what mine would be. I mean, it's very possible. Like, I can't die because, I mean, we are all dragons, of course.
Yeah.
But again, it depends on how it happened, why. But it'd be like something fitting, like this is not the end or something. I don't know.
Dramatic.
Dramatic.
So when you say like fitting, do you mean like a really nice pun? Like if you was stabbed, you'd be like, I got the point.
I feel that's more your style.
Yeah, that's true. I just wanted to know what you meant by fitting.
Well, I mean, if someone like tried to explode me, I mean, I guess I might not get a chance because it would happen so quick.
True.
Someone wants to know, Kasarn, your favorite poison and your favorite bomb type.
Oh, okay. So I got to think about this because there's so many nice ones that do a lot of fun different things.
Or, I mean, there are those new ones you've been working on.
Yeah. All right. So my favorite poison, I don't have any one particular favorite poison, but it's them poisons that I make that just like mess with people rather than actually hurt them, because I just think it's funny. Like that time that I gave Jove a healing potion and it made him rhyme a lot. That wasn't me. Shh, don't tell anyone. But funny, silly things like that, I reckon's really funny. I like poisons that you put on something that you use to stab someone with. And as for bombs, I like big ones. I like big bombs, and I cannot lie.
You can lie. all the
I
time.
lie a lot, but I don't lie about
Constantly.
how much I like big bombs.
That was a lie. All right.
Did you lie about lying a lot?
Maybe. You'll never know.
Assume it's true at all times. Alrighty.
So what do you lots think? We've been at this for a bit. What do you lot think about playing something of a game?
There's a few more
Now
questions
or a bit
here.
later? Oh, there's more questions?
We'll cut off questions
At maybe... Yeah, we'll
and
stop
we'll
questions
try and
now.
get through what's left.
Yes.
Yes.
That sounds
Excellent plan.
perfect.
I'll just mysterious AV man. I can just share me screen. I'm telling off the mysterious AV man. You don't get to know who it is. Shh.
There's a gnome squeaking in the ceiling somewhere.
My technology.
What other questions do we have? I saw them and I now can't.
There were a few.
What is a regret you have, either since arriving in the Guardian Vale or before?
Who's this for? Everyone?
Everyone, I think.
That's a bit dramatic, isn't it?
Oh, I regret.
I
Or before.
don't
The
have
backward
regret.
circle going from Pandy and ending at Kasarn.
What would I regret? Not finding a way to fix Varian.
That's fair.
Because now I'm stuck with a camp. I mean, honestly. It's responsibility and it's all their fault.
My regrets. Like dead friends, there's more than a few of them. One regret that springs to mind at the moment is not stepping into a position of... I'm sorry, I'm finding it difficult to articulate this. Attempting to be far too friendly with everyone initially, rather than taking that place on... I'm struggling with this one. I think go to someone else.
Sure.
Hmm.
I don't have a whole lot of regrets. Because regret assumes that you've done something you didn't want to do. And I don't really have remorse on anything I've really done. I guess I regret not stabbing a few people I should have.
That's always a good answer.
Oh, I've got it. I regret pretending to be less powerful than I am for a long, long, long time, thus creating the misconception that I am a target that will not retaliate. Because it's left a lot of people very upset when I do retaliate.
Yep.
I would say my regret is not running away from someone sooner.
My regret, let's see. I have a lot of regrets. Like all those missed opportunities where I really could easily have stabbed Jove and I just let it go because his guards have, have enough to have let me, go for it enough, and they need a break sometimes. I let them, let them have a breather every now and then.
It's not the no regrets tattoo you've got?
No, my biggest regret would probably be not being able to save me captain back in the day. You all can ask me about that upon penalty of being eaten, so shh.
All right, next bit.
Do you have any more questions?
There was one that said, "Who's your favorite camp member?"
Oh. Who wants to go first and alienate the rest of their camp?
Camp member?
Yes, who's
I'd
your
like to
favorite camp
nominate
member?
an underestimated camp member
Oh,
of mine.
My favourite camp member is Ignat. What about you? What about you?
My favorite's also Ignat.
Wait, isn't Ignat part of my camp?
My favourite is Ratfink.
My favorite is Pandora. Oh, I love it. My favorite is the potatoes.
That's a good answer. Potatoes,
Okay,
very important. Lots
2
of
more
carbs.
questions, and then we do whatever you want to do, Kasan.
Yes.
So the first is Klishna. For all of you, what is your favorite memory or big highlight of your time in the Weft?
Shall we go back in the opposite direction this time?
Kasarn.
Oh,
I thought
Alright.
you liked going first.
I do like going first, but it also means I've got to think about things, doesn't it?
Oh
That's
dear.
And
you-
my,
Question.
I've,
It's
do
very
you
hard.
know how many brain cells I got bouncing around in here? It's not a lot.
Absolutely none.
There's no brain cells, just Gerald.
Every now and then, one of me brain cells hits the corner of me skull, and everyone goes woo, and I get one entire thought, and then it just keeps going back to bouncing around.
I would love to take a look at your brain one day, Kasan.
Me highlight was a few, a few journeys leftward ago, when I proposed to me one true love, my beloved, my most cared about, my most wonderful boy, and dearest Jovikins said yes, and it definitely wasn't to just make me go away.
That's so romantic.
Yes, it's a peak of
A love
romance, that
story
is.
for the ages.
You still have the ring, Joe.
Pardon?
Do you still have the ring?
I do. It's always floating around.
See, it's true love.
It's something.
Black?
Mine would probably be watching some of my camp members do one of the ultimate tasks of Leander and liberate a slave for the first time.
Oh, isn't that precious?
I was very proud. Karen.
Nope.
No.
Yeah, no. There's some times I enjoyed. Probably more so before becoming the voice of Ruin. Some of the times journeying Weftwood, with Canis, crazily running around different camps and stealing and looting everything while people are distracted attacking Shadow Camp.
I think one of my favourite moments.
It's the same as mine,
was-
isn't it? You don't have to deny it.
We'll just move on to Pandora.
It was. So I'm trying not to throw up. One of my favourite moments was the first time a group of adventurers offered not to perform a duty purely for money. They, in fact, offered to contract themselves to the defence of the township. It let me know that the efforts I've been putting in over the last 4 or 5 years were worth something to the adventurers hereabout, and not just to the little folk, merchants and such. It was a good feeling.
I haven't been in the Vale particularly long to have many fond memories, but I suppose we had a bit of a breakthrough on some research lately, thanks to Kasarn, and that was quite an enjoyable moment.
I'm a very helpful fella, I am.
Yes, you are. And there was one last question
One more
before we
question.
move on, which was to the Arcanist and Jove, what is your favorite minor spell to use? Jove?
Vanish, because I like to make an entrance. And
So
also,
edgy.
it prevents me from getting stabbed. What can I say?
Well, what do you
It
know
also
about
always.
Vanish?
Patience that I'm not interested in having. But unfortunately, I've tried to use the bloody thing in here a few times since we started, and it's just not working. So here I am, stuck in this conversation with all of you.
Vanish is a wonderful spell. I'm also quite fond of it. And I believe that's all the questions before we cut off.
I've got to brush up on my goblin so I can get back that milk contract.
Ugh. You
I'll
know
tell
it's
you
not
what,
milk,
Corin,
right?
Corin, I will trade you a goblin milk contract for another year in return for Gideon's stamp that I've been
Done.
meaning to give you forever, and I always forget to put it in my box. But it's got the shadow insignia on your flag there in the background.
That's a not sure why I'd want goblin milk, because goblins.
The people want what they want. What can I say?
It's
Green
fine.
milk. It's the
Just don't question where it comes from.
Leisha has told me that I should just go around you to Ratfink to try and get the contract done. How do the goblins of Sneakswood feel about their Lord and Saviour Ratfink?
It
Is he
depends
their
on who
Lord
you
and
ask.
Savior now?
Depends on who you ask. I mean, there's two factions of goblins around.
Jovykins, you got to get in the room.
What?
We've
You got
got
to
to
get in the
join.
room.
Okay. Where's the...
It's in
What?
the magical scrolling chat.
Oh,
That's
gods
not the
above.
one.
It's the one that's called admins.
Oh, Struggle Street.
Just for you.
Cannot see it.
You're really not familiar with this kind of magic, are you?
Look, this is why I stick to paying for things. Oh,
Right.
I see it all.
Oh, you see it? You got it?
I've tagged
No.
you. I've tagged you
Oh, I
with
see.
the letters that you need to put in.
Hmm.
Oh no.
Here we go.
We are so gonna milk Ratfink. That is the most cursed sentence I've heard all day.
Oh, someone needs to do fan art of that.
No,
No,
they don't.
they
No.
do not.
You do not
They're
need
not-
to do that.
No.
Where's
No.
Gabe for the cursed fan art when you need him?
This is my true power.
Actually
This is
have-
how I would defeat the two quote-unquote demigods. I would inspire other people to make them sick.
Right,
With
Corin,
fan
can you press everybody's
I don't
in so we
know
can
if
open it up
anyone
to the audience?
Missed it, but if you missed it, I have the cursed Jove owl art.
Back.
Cross
Can we go back yet,
dimensional
Pandy?
chat.
I believe Pandora
Um,
should let us out now.
All right, technical
Pandora,
problem,
are we
please
allowed to leave?
I suppose. Well, this has been fun. Farewell.
Thank
Alright.
you for coming, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you for joining us.
Bye.
We'll now end the encampments.
Nyang, 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 nyang.